like a trap. Like it's like if I phoned you up and I was like, hey Peggy, let's go downtown and hang out. And you were just like, yeah sure, let's go get coffee downtown. And we're walking downtown and I'm just like, okay wait, we need to just make a detour into this church real quick. And you're like, why? And it's like, oh well, we're going to a funeral. Just real quick, don't worry. I just need you to come to this funeral with me. And you always wear all black, so we're good. And then you're just like, wait, did you just trap me into going to a funeral?
Coworker's wife.
No, you get in there and it's like you get in there. It's like a person's sibling, like it's like a big funeral for them too. That'd be so weird. You just walk in and you're like, whose funeral is it? You're expecting it to be casual, and they're just like, oh, my mom's. It's like, what?
Can you imagine?
That would be the most awkward situation
That
you could ever be.
You would have to adapt. There's no other way of actually having an okay time.
You'd just be like, okay, the rest of my life is very depressing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, the rest of this scenario.
The last
The
funeral that I
feels
went
like
to was sweet. It was awesome. It was my great grandmother. She was like 98 years old and definitely ready to go. And it was on a golf course at her favorite golf course. And we just like heard really hilarious stories about her being a badass. And it was just a lot of fun.
That sounds nice. It's a celebratory thing.
Yeah, and that's why I wore white too. All of the funerals that I've been to in my life, people have preferred to call them like a celebration of life.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah, that's what they always call them.
Well, isn't that the event that happens after the funeral?
That's a wake.
Yeah, isn't the wake about that specifically? Like more so a remembrance and a party and a more so just speaking about like the great things within the life. I feel like that's what a wake was about.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in today people's like busy schedules, they can't afford to go to a funeral and a wake, so now they just combine them.
Well, it's
Makes
usually
sense,
like, it's usually like you do I guess it depends on
I was
the
actually being
context.
facetious about people being too busy to make time for death, but you guys just went with it.
I think that goes.
I mean, like, everyone's got a busy life. Sorry, John, I can't be there 3 days of my next
Sorry,
week.
John, I can't be at your
I
funeral
can't-
and your wake.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, fuck you.
Wake
John.
up and smell the roses. But you can't because you're dead. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I can't be there. Just the first day. Combine them.
Anyone who has recently lost a loved
I'm
one
sorry.
would like our hearts go out in all seriousness. People get left behind.
Yeah,
stuff like
especially
that.
if they're named John. What
I'm
the
sorry,
fuck
if you're
is that?
watching a random stream and you get offended by that clear sarcasm, then
You probably shouldn't be on the internet.
yeah, you're soft.
This is the truth.
What's wrong with being soft?
Okay, sorry, you're, as they say, a snowflake. No, I'm just kidding. Stupid.
Aw. Snowflakes are beautiful.
Yeah, they're all unique.
But really, I mean, can
That
anyone
undertone,
really
yeah.
confirm that no snowflake has ever
I mean,
been the
it's
same?
probably statistically possible.
Well,
I don't know. I haven't looked up
the
stats.
idea of infinity brings up the idea of things repeating in such minuscule ways we probably wouldn't even notice.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you could prove it on a small scale by just going and buying a microscope, and then devote the rest of your life to looking at snowflakes.
Okay,
and then
but
as far as you're concerned, there's no two of the same snowflakes because you've now looked at 80 years worth of snowflakes,
Yeah,
and not one of them was ever different.
and it's not a blip in it.
And then you can be like, and then you could take, okay, there was this much snow that dropped around the world this year for this long in this many countries, and then figure out how many snowflakes that would be. Like, there's gotta just be an
sparkle
equation.
pineapple leggings. Okay, those ones
Gotta
are
just
pretty
be an
sweet.
equation.
Sparkle, pineapple, snowflakes. Those are my favorite.
No, actually, they're so. These rainbow sea
No,
moons.
that would be pretty great to do. Just like analyze snowflakes. I'd be happy. If I got paid for it, I'd be so fucking happy.
Oh, if you
to
got
do
paid
that.
for it, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Because
Your
it's-
whole life is just like, that snowflake's not the same, that snowflake's not the same,
That snowflake's not the same.
that snowflake's not the same. Oh, I
That
think it's time for
snowflake's not the same.
lunch.
Yeah,
I think
no,
it's time for lunch.
And the only thing you could do to cope with that is just like understand it as like a unique art experience. I feel like you'd
Well,
go
that's what you
crazy.
do. You gotta get a camera that can attach to the microscope, and then just start an Instagram account, and then like Instagram hustle on the side, because that Instagram account would blow up, right?
Yeah.
And then so you'd be making money off that and hustling on the Instagram, and and then you'd be doing your actual stupid science job that's not needed.
Stupid science job.
Yeah, and then during your lunch break, you go to the water cooler and be like, I'm
Welcome
making
to Stupid
stacks
Science
off
Job.
Instagram. You need to jump on this.
I'm pretty sure.
Right? Wouldn't the cooler like be your? Couldn't you do this from home? I guess if whoever's paying you would want you to do it somewhere in like a controlled environment, maybe.
Science normally does
I mean,
things
the
like
thing,
that.
okay, the thing that's shitty about this is you'd probably have to move to like the Yukon, so you can live in the snow all year round.
Very true.
Would we be like Liam Neeson? What's that
In the
movie called?
Gray?
Yeah. I love that movie.
It's a great movie. But,
It's so
wow.
badass. He's
When we were
always a
fighting wolves to
badass.
get
Yeah,
the snow.
I always like talk about this, but like, how did Liam Neeson become like an action star? When
It's
you
his
look at him,
voice.
he
It's his
doesn't.
voice.
Yeah,
Take
he's such a calming presence to you.
No, it's just like he's got like this weird like textural like low
Yeah.
part of his voice.
Yeah, but
And people are like, holy shit, he's
But it took so
badass.
long. Like he didn't become an action star till he was an old man.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's what's weird about it.
Yeah.
It was Qui-Gon Jinn
That is pretty
actually.
weird.
Oh,
actually.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn's what did it.
You think?
He did that lightsaber fight, and people were like, "Oh shit, Liam Neeson, in 6 years, star in a movie about your daughter." It's just Taken.
And then do it again.
Taken did
Just
it.
for a
Because
And then a third time.
the story
Oh,
for
is there a
Taken
third
needed
one?
an old
Yeah.
man. Oh, he
There's a third Taken.
He's now also getting too old. Like he was the perfect age for Taken 1 to work, and now it's when you watch these these movies. Like the Gray worked too because the story was kind of like he wasn't really like an action star. He was just like a survivalist, right? But like if you watch Taken 3, it's like okay, this is now not a man over the hill. This is an old man now fighting these people. It's like he's pushed it way too far.
You had that recent movie with the train? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
I think
It's
so.
like Taken on a train.
Yeah, of course it is. An old man protecting a train.
He was so sick when he. What was
It's
his
kind of like
Batman
Jigsaw.
movie?
He has to like follow these rules on this train, or like everybody's gonna die. But then he has
Well,
to
of course,
protect
that's
Wait,
because he has to
didn't they
keep
do
everyone
that?
calm with his voice.
them. Yeah.
I will know how to do this.
Didn't they do that with Denzel Washington?
Oh yeah, like
The-
Pelham 4, 5.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
number,
the
like-
one. That's the ticket.
That's the.
What was his role in the Batman film?
Oh, he was Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al
Yeah, that
Ghul.
was sick as fuck.
Yeah, he was sweet as
That's
hell.
true. He was good as Ra's al Ghul.
He was good in that movie.
He's a good actor. He's
He's good
definitely
for
old
legend.
now. I
He
just
was-
want to see him do wheelchair
He was
movies.
good in he was
Just
good
give me
in
wheelchair movies.
What's that Christmas movie? Love Actually. He was good in Love Actually.
What? He was in that?
Oh yeah, his kid was Jojen Reed from Game of Thrones. And he like drives his son to the airport.
Oh,
and his
Love
airport does
Actually.
like the famous scene, but it's him and like a little.
He doesn't
girl.
know Jojen Reed.
No.
Yeah, in Love
No,
Actually.
he doesn't know
Oh, Patrick. Jojen Reed is a character from Game of Thrones.
Yo, I don't
What
know.
about Maze Runner? The real redhead fuck from Maze Runner. Do you know that?
I don't know
Okay.
any redhead.
Do you know? He's gotta be another thing. Like,
Oh, the worst thing about Maze Runner is, and spoilers,
It's-
I'm gonna spoil the movie for everyone right now.
Yeah.
Maze Runner, we go to, the person I'm with, we're going to watch it. They're like, I watched this movie Maze Runner, we gotta watch it. And so we go to watch it, and we go to Netflix, and I want to read the description before we watch it, right? And the description ruined the twist. The description was like, a first sentence, in post-apocalyptic wasteland, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
The post-apocalyptic wasteland was the twist at the end of the movie. And so it was like the first sentence of the Netflix description just ruins the movie.
Yeah.
I
Like, you
hate it
don't
when
know
trailers
it's-
do that too.
Trailers-
What the fuck was that?
Their newest Terminator
First
trailer
word.
literally gave away. It showed me the whole movie.
Yo,
Same
wait.
with I feel like the new Jurassic World movie
Oh,
did
that one
too.
definitely did.
It's
Wait,
like
one new Terminator. Wait, what are you talking
there was
about?
there was one.
Wait.
It was like
Stop everything.
2015, 2016. Not that.
Oh, yo, with what's his
It
fuck?
had Daenerys Targaryen.
Yeah,
Um,
Khaleesi.
Khaleesi.
What? No, wait, Batman. It had Batman in it, right? Oh, what's
Are we
his
talking
fucking
about the same
name?
thing?
Yes!
Almost never.
Christian Bale. Was Christian Bale in this one?
I don't know. I never actually watched it.
Neither did I.
Arnold Schwarzenegger came back for it.
No,
Right?
Christian Bale was definitely not on this one. You're thinking of Salvation or something.
Right, did that not come out that year?
No, that came out like 10 years ago.
Oh, right, that one. Terminator Salvation did have Christian Bale. Christian
Okay,
Bale's in a lot of stuff.
yo, shout out to one of the latest tracks I put out. It's called T1000.
No,
It's
not
named
shut.
It's named
Revoke the
after.
shut up.
It's named after the
Oh yeah, the
fucking
Terminator.
Yeah.
T-1000.
yeah, the T-1000
Yeah.
Terminator.
That's great.
That shit is so cool. I remember
Was
like
that the one that like melted?
yeah, cause like
The second Terminator is the best Terminator. I don't care what anyone
it's by
says.
far
The
best
first one's not
Terminator.
that good when you go back to it.
Oh
It didn't
no, the
hold
first
up.
one's great.
It didn't hold up. Go rewatch it,
Oh
because I
no,
did, and I was like,
it's
damn.
it's a wonderful B movie. It's like
It is. It's
It's
entertaining
the-
for that
it's
reason.
a
but it's
wonderful B movie.
just, you see, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger's just dick, like, the beginning of the movie.
Yeah,
You don't you?
Yeah.
Isn't there also a scene where he like cuts his eyeball out?
yeah,
It's
there
so
is.
gross. He's just like
I
in the
think-
sink and he like cuts it out. That's so hard to watch.
There's some weird scenes in 2 as well where like he cuts off his whole arm.
Here's the thing about James Cameron. He does sequels the best.
Oh, did he not do the first Terminator?
Does he?
No, he did.
I guess he did.
No, second Terminator's the best. Alien 2.
Wait, is James Cameron Terminator?
From what I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I
it
think
is
Cameron
James
did
Cameron.
Titanic. And
No.
James
Yeah, Titanic is one, like, okay, that's the one film.
Well, I'm gonna
obviously.
search it up
It's on a
now.
series.
James Cameron didn't do Alien 1 though.
No, he
just
did, but he did
2.
Alien 2, and
Yeah.
I like Alien 2 more personally, I don't know.
I like Alien 1 more. Alien 2 is a better action
I
movie.
actually didn't like Alien 1 that much.
I like Alien 1 because I like suspense movies.
There's some other sequels I
Cameron-
swear James Cameron's done that are
He
like...
took it from a suspense and turned it into an action
That's
movie.
why Avatar 2 might actually be good. No.
Maybe.
Just
He
kidding.
said there's going to be like
Never
5
coming
of
out.
them.
Is there going to be another one?
I heard they're canceling
It's
the
supposed to be
fact
like
that...
5 or something.
You know what's funny? Like,
He did.
Disneyland, or Disney World, Disney World made an Avatar, like, section.
Right.
But the sequel has not come out, like... And it's been how long now? And it just keeps getting
I don't even
delayed. Like,
remember when Avatar.
and then they bought Star Wars, so it's like, fuck, why did we make this, I feel like.
Well, I mean,
Now
it's
they're gonna make
bound to
Star Wars
happen.
then.
We see it all the time.
Well, except the thing is that I don't think they'd be upset because Avatar is the #1 grossing movie of all time.
No, that's Force Awakens now.
Did Force Awakens beat it?
Yeah.
Either way,
They-
it
yeah.
held it for years, and like, the thing is Avatar, The Force Awakens is a part of a huge franchise. Avatar was just a random movie out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, if you go look at the top grossing movies of all time, they're either like based on a book or a sequel.
Yeah.
You know, like Lord of the Rings 1, it's based off something, right? And Harry Potter 1, it's based off something. Yet this movie made it to be the #1 picture of all time for like years.
You know why? 'Cause
Based off nothing.
people, no, the marketing was hyping it up to be like this Marvel, like, new stepping stone for CG animation. So everyone's like, it's so real.
It's
That's why
true,
it was
but
like,
still.
it was the beginning of the 3D era too. I don't know if you remember that. That
Oh,
was the
no, it
first
definitely
movie to
was.
bring that back and like try to make it really in depth. I didn't really like the
Avatar?
movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
It wasn't, I don't think it was the first one to bring it back, but it was the first one to do it good.
What do
Because
you
a
mean?
lot of
I think
movies
it-
were using it. A lot of movies were
Pocahontas.
using it.
No,
It's just the
we're,
same
we're
story as
talking
Pocahontas.
No, no, the
3D,
story
the
sucks.
3D.
Story is
Yeah.
The
is
thing
just
is, I
damn
Speaking
remember-
of technology.
Because
Yeah.
I specifically remember
I was like,
going
that's
to
why it was the
Avatar.
biggest movie.
They still had Real D before that, because I specifically remember going to Avatar, and then when I would talk to people about it, I would have to say like, oh, but the 3D, like they actually figured out how to do the 3D.
Yeah. No, 3D has been around since like the 50s. That's the thing.
No, but that Real D.
But this
3D,
real, yeah.
the
like-
Real D was around.
And then they
before
kept
Avatar.
hyping that up, and like that didn't save the movie from being a piece of crap, but it did look pretty. I
Oh,
guess.
it was, the visuals were stunning.
Yeah.
It looked,
Yeah.
It looked amazing.
It did.
But that's the reason I haven't seen it.
And they
again
like
since
made
theaters.
new cameras specifically to do it and all
Yeah.
that shit. So like it was the beginning of every movie being filmed in normal and 3D. Like I feel like that like kind of trend for that while.
Oh, no doubt. It was pandemonium.
It was like after that every fucking movie did that, and I was like,
Pandemonium
Jesus,
was also a movie.
that wasn't
What?
I actually can't remember what it's about. Oh, but the movie I am thinking of is Elysium. That was good.
Yo, I
I
wanted
watched
to
that.
watch that.
It's a good one. I
No,
would suggest it.
I just looked it up, and Star Wars: The Force Awakens is #3
What? I could have
behind
sworn.
Avatar and Titanic.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Yeah,
I
And
could have
this is-
sworn. I heard it.
That's
Maybe it was
fucked.
like
I didn't like that.
domestically.
James
or
Cameron has
something.
2 of them.
Damn.
That's not adjusting for inflation, though. If you adjust for inflation, then Gone with the Wind is #1, and Avatar's #2, and Star Wars is still #3.
Wow.
Titanic's
Thank you.
#4.
Gone
I
with
could
the
have
Wind.
sworn. Damn, that's crazy.
#3 is still huge. But that's still crazy, though. I mean, if you look at all these movies, it's like all of them are based off something else, or all of them are sequels, except fucking Avatar. And yeah, it's Pocahontas. It's also Fern Gully. Like and with the monsters, the way they shrink down and like there's like the bat that talks. Like it's so similar to Fern Gully. It's ridiculous.
Whoops. You know what movie they better not fuck up? Venom. That movie.
Damn, Jurassic World is number.
Yeah, they have what's his face?
Tom Hardy. He's a great actor.
He's an amazing actor.
Yeah, playing Venom.
Yeah.
He's my favorite actor right now.
I had such a romanticized childhood when it comes to Venom because I read like the Spider-Man comics from the 90s with McFarlane.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
oh, I know
shit, those were amazing. Like it really like made me like my imagination go crazy when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So like it better not be fucked up.
I'm interested in how they're gonna play Spider-Man into it. I don't think Spider-Man will be in the first movie at all.
No. According to these toys they're releasing, Carnage is gonna be the villain.
Well, they're gonna try.
That's cool.
That is pretty cool. And they've never once done Carnage in a movie.
It's hard. He's like a really, really fucked up serial killer.
He's even
like he's one of the worst people
Yeah.
ever to be like imagined. Really.
Yeah.
They said though
How do you
that
put
they're
that in a
going
movie?
to. They said they are going to make it crossover with Spider-Man
Oh, really?
Homecoming somehow in the same universe. But the thing is that.
But it's owned by Sony.
Sony still owns Venom.
Yeah.
Right, and Sony owns Venom, and they still technically own Spider-Man.
Yeah, they're just
they
like
allowed him to be.
They're
in the
leasing him
MCU.
out.
And so, how are they going to combine Venom and Spider-Man if Venom isn't in Spider-Man's universe? But they're going to make Spider-Man in Venom's universe.
Yeah.
This is why I fucking hate all this shit with Disney buying shit, because like
why you hate monopolies?
Okay,
Yeah.
Specifically yes. So like all these stories that we grew up with, they didn't have bounds to companies like they have now, right?
Yeah.
Like we looked at it so novelly, and it was just like a story of like freedom and imagination. And now it's just like we have to worry about like friction between people who want money to make the story good. It's just like I don't like that at all.
I mean, that's true, but I mean, if you go far, I mean, it's not like DC Comics could have just thrown Spider-Man. They were still bound to companies.
That's true, but like they were their own thing still. So these companies are dividing something that was always considered
like in-house.
within a one thing. And it's too bad.
Does that mean Venom's going to be a hero then? If Carnage is the villain? I know Venom was
I think
always
he should
kind
be
of
like
like
an anti-hero.
He was always, like a quasi-hero. Because Venom did some messed up stuff too.
Well,
yeah, Venom's a villain.
No, well, from the comic books.
He is a villain.
From the comic books, there was always some kind of redeeming factor with him. He always wanted to become better. He always wanted to stop.
He had no
being
control.
better.
Yeah.
With Carnage,
Carnage
always wanted to be a really fucked up person.
Yeah.
Like just like there was no balance.
Well, it's because like Venom is like a random guy who gets infected, right? And then Carnage is like a serial killer who gets infected, right? And isn't Carnage technically like Venom's kid? Like the symbiote's child or something?
That's Toxic. Toxic is this one that they made in the later 2000s where the Carnage infection and the Venom infection fused into a new one named Toxic. And I didn't find it that convincing. But it was still a thing.
Venom's supposed to be that guy that goes into space. I remember he had to be an astronaut. I almost said instrument. But yeah, it's weird.
No, but they conceived the virus from space.
Yeah, they did.
That's what it was.
No, and then it came to Earth, and Isaac Brock was just like some dude walking down the street, wasn't he?
No, he was the astronaut that brought it, I thought.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
they
I
got
remember.
infected with somebody else.
Like even in the old Spider-Man movies, Mary Jane is with that guy who was an astronaut for a while, and they were gonna make him Venom, I remember, but they didn't end up doing that. It was
weird.
Yeah. Instead, they made Spider-Man do a jazz number and become Venom Spider-Man.
Okay, so I was gonna say I always thought that Spider-Man turned into Venom, but that's because I have no comic.
No, that was the original thing. That was the original thing.
It does happen.
Okay.
That was it's so nerdy. I know these things, but I was so obsessed with '90s Spider-Man. Like, it was first appeared in this thing called Secret Wars, And
Secret
and
Wars.
Spider-Man was infected by this virus before Venom becoming a thing at all.
It's not even a virus. Like it's a creature.
It's like a
Like
symbiote.
Yeah,
it's a symbiote.
a symbiote.
Yeah.
That's
So it's a
that
living,
is
it's
the
a living
technical
thing
term.
that like
It's a
takes you
symbiotic
over.
relationship with
Yeah.
your body.
Yeah.
So, in what way does it benefit you?
It makes
It
you
makes
strong.
you have
Extra
crazy
strong.
superpowers.
Yeah.
Alright, but also apparently a bad guy.
Yeah, it makes
Yes.
you kill people.
Yeah.
I guess so.
There's like there's no morals.
So there's
All
the
morals
there are
are
benefits.
out.
It's just overall shitty, but
I suppose if you
You get
don't
powers.
have any morals, that could definitely benefit
Well, that's
you
what
in
it-
terms of
Sure,
personal
no,
genetic
oh,
success.
When it comes to strength, yes.
That's why Carnage is so crazy. Because he's a serial killer and then he gets infected by like an evil virus, and so it's just like, okay, your serial killerness and my evil symbioteness is gonna make us have weird, like goopy tendril things that we shoot out of our hands. Carnage is just disgusting.
I love.
super
He was
fucked
so
up.
gross.
So
Like,
fucked
He
I
up.
could like make weapons out of his like hand. Like,
Yeah.
His arms were like weird goop tentacles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so gross. He was like a
Dude,
Twizzler.
For Sega, I had
his
the-
arms looked like Twizzlers.
Yeah, it was so fun, like the old Sega Genesis Spider-Man game, because you had to fight
Oh,
Carnage. and-
yo, I played that. The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, that
I
was
played
great.
that one. That
Was
one
Carnage
good.
ever?
I think you could even be Venom, if I remember.
Oh, I
Yeah.
never got far enough. It was really difficult for me
Yeah.
when I was a kid.
Was Carnage ever in Marvel vs. Capcom? I know Spider-Man was.
I don't think so.
No,
Like those
no,
games were the best. They
I
were even
think
better
it was.
than Street
You know what
Fighter.
sucks?
I think
The
it was,
latest,
actually.
the latest. I haven't really played it, but the latest Marvel vs. Capcom, they didn't have the rights to any of the X-Men anymore, right? So
Oh,
there's
what?
no Wolverine.
Wolverine was the best part.
Yeah, exactly. So then they brought in,
Yeah.
like Guardians of the Galaxy and shit like that. But they just got the rights back. So now there's this game that just couldn't have all those characters that they could
Should've.
either be that should have been in the game or can be DLC, but they probably won't. I don't know.
Wolverine
That's
was the
when you
best.
need to do DLC.
Wolverine
Yeah.
vs. Ryu was the best. What was
Oh, yeah.
Wolverine's move? I still remember.
Oh yeah,
Berserker
Barrage. Yeah.
Oh,
That
I
one was
remember
so good.
that.
And then he had that other one with the big X.
The,
Wow.
new, the one for PS3 was really good, but Marvel vs. Capcom 2, like the older one, had
Oh,
like
it was the
50
best.
characters. It
I
was
remember we used to
ridiculous.
play it at your house all the time
Yeah.
when we were kids.
It
That
has
was the
so many
PS2 game,
characters.
right?
Yeah.
You had it on Sega, didn't you?
No,
I only have
No,
a
no, no.
PS1 game.
Which one did you
it
have?
used
on?
the same sprites from a game on my Sega Saturn,
Yeah.
which was just Marvel superheroes or something like that. And it was just
Right.
the same fighting style, same everything, but just Marvel heroes.
Okay.
And then PS2 came out, and I had that, and then
Right, that game was still
they
sweet, though.
they put all the sprites from that game.
And what was
into
that Marvel vs. Capcom 1 on?
Dreamcast or something? I might be wrong. I don't know.
Anyway, good games.
Yeah.
You're crocheting.
Yeah, crocheting.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Can I pick it up?
Isn't
By the
it
way,
so cute?
people, I'm not used to sketching in with just a pad. I usually have a
Who are
drawing
you,
I'm
who are
tracing.
you drawing?
Just a random girl,
She's cute.
random lady. I gotta fix the face. It's
She. Oh.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm still tweaking. I'm not used to this shit. I usually have a drawing already prepped that I scan in.
I usually do it by hand,
Yeah, I do it by hand.
then trace it.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of prefer to do it that way a lot of ways. I want to eventually just get good enough with this that I can just do it all straight to this.
Zach, you know something that might help you with female faces, and you've already gotten a lot better than you were a while ago, but makeup videos, and you can see how
Yeah.
they contour them.
For sure.
I think that might be helpful, because I've learned a lot about drawing female faces
Yeah.
just from makeup videos.
Makes sense. Alright, I'll give it a try. And those of you at home, if you draw, you should do that too.
Let us know if it works for you.
Let us leave.
Or just send us screenshots of you changing your face. What would you look like if you're a woman on Facebook? That works too.
Some of those are terrifying.
Yeah.
It's so odd. It's just like,
It's like,
some
wow.
of them
Some
they just
people look like-
elongate the face and
Look
then
like
somehow-
Angelina Jolie, or some random shit like that. It's nuts.
I just know Alex Burnings was terrifying. And,
Oh.
and
Oh, you
Tyler's-
mean that app? Right?
Yeah, that app. And Tyler's was terrifying. Both of them were like the algorithm they used just made
Yeah.
no sense. It was terrible. It just like zoomed in on them and made their teeth scary, and then like gave them like weird fake hair that didn't look right at all. It was terrifying.
Yeah.
It was
Burnings was
terrifying.
terrifying.
It was like
Our
the
friend
summer
Alex.
nightmares.
I'm not surprised about that.
Yeah. It basically left his hair normal, like short, but then it added long edge to the
It
sides.
was weird.
And his beard was still kind of coming through. It was just weird.
It was
Dude,
weird.
there was one.
And Tyler's was weird
There's this
too.
guy I know named Justin, and he just Bonnie.
Yeah.
It was the same photo
Yeah,
for
they didn't
both.
change it at all.
He's like, this app's bullshit. I mean, maybe he just looks like a girl already.
I feel like it's just like a troll of an app because I haven't seen one that was like legitimate. Like they're either all hilariously like terrifying or stupid, or they're that where it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, no, I find the irony really funny.
'Cause, like,
no, I
Quinn-
feel like it's very ironic.
My brother Quinn did it, and it made him look like a 4-year-old. Like it straight up just made him look like a. It didn't give him any hair.
No, it made him look really
like
weird.
A baby, like it made him look like a terrifying baby with a huge head that was smoking a
It
cigarette.
was really
Like,
gross
weird.
to look at.
It was
Like
weird.
one eye was like open and one was like bulbous and then
Yeah.
like, poking out.
It kind of looked like, Boss Baby, that movie. If that Boss Baby head was in real life and on a grown person. And big. It was like that.
Yeah, so it's very weird. I've toyed with the idea of trying it though.
That's how those
Everyone's
apps get you. They
curious.
last like a week. People work on an app and it just gets like popular for 1 week like that. You know when everyone made those like cartoon versions of themselves?
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
eyes.
That was like, that fizzled out like within 2 weeks, but now it's like part of like Snapchat or something, but still, it's like, what the...
Bitmoji.
I don't see Bitmoji anywhere anymore really,
No.
except for Snapchat.
Yeah, it's part of Snapchat.
I don't really like Snapchat that much, but...
Well, our attention spans are fucking disgustingly fast.
But it's like, you put all that effort into this app and then it's like popular for like 1 week.
Well, also, like, the thing about Snapchat
Is that what they aim for?
They just want
I
it down.
guess.
I guess.
The thing about Snapchat, though, is that they every single feature on Snapchat you can do on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like the disappearing videos that you can only watch once for 10 seconds.
Yeah,
You can
do
message that to people on, like, Instagram is the exact same thing as Snapchat
Yeah.
now, but better. And it's all just because Instagram and Facebook offered a ridiculous amount of money to buy Snapchat, and then Snapchat people were like, no. And then Instagram and Facebook just ripped them off,
Yeah.
and now no one cares about Snapchat anymore.
Snapchat's still one of the biggest apps, surprisingly.
So
They're gonna die one
they
day.
should have just taken that $1 billion.
Yeah.
They should have just.
Also,
taken
to me,
the buyout.
Snapchat, I know no matter what, this is
I
going
think
to
you
somebody
should.
secretly, but when I'm with Instagram, sometimes I'm afraid to, like,
Yeah.
post it somewhere. Like, it's like,
That's true.
it's so much more connectivity to everything.
That's true. It's just a little bit more
Like Snapchat, honestly,
we already know Snapchat is being kind of like grimy.
for, like, sending nudes or something, I don't know.
It's already got that association.
Yeah. Precisely.
Yeah, there's those blue ones.
Oh, yellow. What is that? Like mustard?
Yeah.
Mustard dress.
Mustard dress.
Nice.
This doesn't look anything like Metropolis.
You didn't see that part with all the vibrant color? Dude, you gotta watch the whole movie.
Oh, that's not mustard. I think that's like chartreuse.
Chartreuse, or like
I'm
maybe
just-
olive. It's like olive.
What?
No, it's way too
That is
fine.
no way that is a whole-
I see olive in
Like
that.
a
I
green,
see.
like a green olive.
Yeah.
Maybe if there was like more brown in it.
It needs more green in it.
Have you never seen a green olive?
Yeah,
They're not brown.
for like 10 seconds before I eat them.
They're brown coming out.
Oh, that was dirty. Gross.
It's like my ex-wife. Okay.
Oh my god.
Lord, Zach.
No.
Are you drawing your ex-wife right now?
No, she wasn't this pretty.
Wow. You're disgusting.
Considering I don't have an ex-wife, I mean,
Oh, we all know you have at least one
Yeah, that's true.
ex-wife.
at least one.
Zach, you're nefarious.
Nefarious. I
Nosferatu?
just like plunking. I like
You're
plunking down.
Dracula.
I like plunking down a bunch of money on a wedding and whatnot. And
Didn't invite any
knowing
of us.
knowing it's just not gonna pan out, and just dealing with the
I
repercussions.
think that weddings are a really silly idea anyways, to like spend a ridiculous amount of money on them. Because you're a young couple, and let's face it, all of the like 50 to 100 grand that you put into your wedding could really go into something that is going to last longer than one night.
A lot of families do it where their parents pay for it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that used to be the shtick. You'd save it up and they.
And it had to be usually the
bride's parents.
Yeah, and it makes much more sense in that way because of course you want to be praising like your child, right? So it doesn't really make so much sense doing it on an individual level.
I think
I would way rather my parents give me 50 grand to like buy property than spend it on a wedding.
Well, yeah, that makes sense more now.
I think it's more just that people like really, one, it's just expected in society now, but also that like I think it's like people just really want to throw a party that's all about them.
Yeah.
And
Also,
like everyone there can't say shit. Like it's only all about them, no matter what.
I guess that's pretty great.
Yeah, I think that's people are just paying. They're just paying 50 grand to have like 400 people just be like, "You're great."
We hope that you guys are gonna have good sex.
For a bunch of for like hours on end. I mean, it's
at least tonight.
It's a pretty romantic idea, though, a wedding.
I
I think the idea of a wedding is nice. I don't see the point of spending like 50 grand on it.
I hear, and it seems to be true from what I've seen, the wedding day is not about the bride and groom, it's about the parents. Of the family.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
that's how it originated.
It's all about celebrating the family and partying together. Just
it's all about the bloodline. It's not about
exactly.
the individual.
You know.
Yeah,
Hey,
no.
You guys are making me feel gross.
Well, yeah.
You're gross.
I understand that. I understand.
No, for sure.
But like,
we're just saying how it's a tradition that is kind of derived from that, you know?
Yeah.
and it's very natural animalistic traits.
Getting married?
No.
Okay.
Continuing the bloodline.
Continuing the bloodline, and then our own way of doing it is marriage, apparently. And like from primitive.
It brought legality
cultures.
into it.
Now things are much more complex, obviously.
Marriage makes sense in biblical times when women
Should I make
were
her like a
property.
cyclops?
Yeah. And that shit sucked.
Cyclops.
Thanks for playing, Pick.
No problem.
Mila?
You guys like the cyclops? Fuck.
Oh, give her like spider eyes. Give her like
Oh my
six,
God.
like 6 small eyes on either side
That's
of her head.
terrifying.
That's a great idea.
Give her like 5 eyeballs. Yeah.
This is gross.
Now make them all vomit.
You gotta put a couple like like beside the nose.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Spider eyes. Oh yeah.
No, this should definitely be a character.
Spider eyes?
Good old spider
Yeah,
eyes.
just a bunch of eyeballs. Screw the 2 eyeball thing.
Be like Nosferatu.
Yeah, we're not.
Oh, spider eyes.
We support all walks of eyeball.
Yeah, you're damn right. Oh, that's a nice eyeball.
No, it's not. It's awful.
Oh, jeez.
Just awful.
No, that's what I call an eyebrow.
Frida Kahlo? Is this like hipster Frida Kahlo now?
May as well
Or
be.
like millennial Frida Kahlo, not hipster.
Give her a ukulele.
Why?
I was thinking like my first thought for some reason was how does a ukulele translate to an eyebrow?
It translates to hipster.
I was trying to think of like is that like an eyebrow like a ukulele brow?
That would
Those are the
look
ones
pretty
I
cool.
want.
Nice.
You don't like those as much.
What? Okay, I don't want to like exclaim like specific things about these tights that no one can see.
Oh, I'm just, never mind.
I like them.
Thanks for playing.
Thanks for playing. Are these tights you'd want to see?
He barely made it this time, folks.
We're almost at an hour. I'm gonna finish this gross girl's eyeballs.
You guys are rough.
She asked for it. She came out of my brain fart.
You know when you know
That's too low.
Huh?
you know when
It's
you
too low.
you know when you get drunk and you online shop? Like drunk online shopping, have you ever done
The eyeballs
No,
too?
actually.
that? My old roommate used to buy posters when he was drunk all the time. I was thinking, like, what if you just did a stream show where it's just like drunk online shopping, and then you do a second stream where it's you regretting everything you bought? Like, do you think people would watch that?
It's like a review. I give this
One
drunk
stream.
shopping a light 7.
That's like, remember, ladies and gentlemen, your donations go to me drunk shopping and more dumb shit.
Yeah, people would love that
The
shit.
episode's just you being like, oh shit, I need this on Amazon, I guess. And then the next episode's you just being like, why did I buy this?
Why did I buy a Lazy Susan? I have a 1-bedroom studio apartment.
Exactly. I can't fit any more posters on my walls.
I put posters on posters.
I don't even like posters.
I literally have every single Ocean's movie poster
Oh.
on top of one another.
Now it's showing 13, and I don't even like 13.
Why 13 was my least favorite.
Aren't they remaking that film?
They did with like all female cast. or
Yeah,
something.
did that already happen?
No, it hasn't come out yet. And it has Rihanna in it.
Zach, that
Ocean's
Look at that
11.
eyeball.
doesn't look right to me.
Fuck off.
Yeah, wait. Do you know when it comes out, Gray?
No. And it was called Ocean's 9.
Oh, I hope it's good. I mean, like,
They robbed the
I
people
wasn't-
before they robbed the people.
it's so hard to be interested in that kind of theme at all.
Like a heist?
Yeah.
I like heist movies.
Yeah, I quite like
I like-
Ocean's 11.
That was the
Ocean's
best
11.
one.
That one's great. I actually really like that movie.
I watched part of it earlier in my life, so I need to watch it again.
Okay.
When I was a kid, it was like one of my favorite movies. Like when I was like 11, I was just like, Ocean's 11. I'm 11. It was great.
It all matches.
It really did. It really did.
That looks nice.
Oh god. Wait.
That looks odd. That looks nice.
Shut up.
That looks odd.
Try to figure something out.
No.
No.
Oh, you put just the eyeball skin color on its own, on its own thing?
Well, goodbye eyeballs.
No.
Goodbye balls.
Goodbye,
No,
balls.
You're the worst.
No,
Get
that was
off.
good.
Go out.
Oh.
Do math, what?
What are you talking
I
about?
don't know, this is annoying.
What?
This thing here, sorry, not you guys. You guys are A-okay.
That's like the nicest thing he's ever said about us.
Yeah, pretty much. Get back to work.
What time is it?
We can end this.
Yeah, let's just
Yep.
stop this.
Hey, stop this nonsense.
I don't even know why we even do this.
Why do we even bother? Why do we make a
cares?
website and a mixtape and a comic book?
You
And...
want to have a party all about us, okay?
Yeah. Okay, well we can end it here. No eyeballs and all. She's got a nice body.
It's
Go look at that body.
it's
She's
yellow.
got kind of a giraffe neck. She's got a lot going for her. Anyways,
She looks like blue and yellow.
Yeah.
Your hat looks like pink. It's pink, right, Zach?
Yeah, redcloudonline.com. Damn it. I wanted to end it there.